Y'all, this your boy EC, and this is another episode of Let's Talk About It, brought to you by the FairWeather Fan channel. Man, before we go any further, like, subscribe, share, leave comments, join the conversation. But let's dive right into it. ESPN dropped their top 10 quarterbacks of this season, and it's been a little back and forth. Some people don't necessarily like the list, and a lot of people have been chiming in. I've been chiming in. This has been the talk of the town. This has been made for good content for social media as well as barbershop conversations. The funny thing about these lists when they come out is that nobody has the exact same list. And what's even funny is how people come up with their list, right? It's very interesting. And that's why I love these conversations, because when I hear people list and I hear their rationale, it tells me a lot about a person, right? It lets me know how their brain works. And I don't think that when you have these lists that you can throw things like hating and shade on other people. It's an opinion. People have the right to their opinion, right? With that being said, prior to this list coming out, our boy Cam Newton. I love Cam Newton. I love 4th and 1. I love Funky Friday. I love his perspective. So I love the space he's in right now. I think it's made for him. But man, other people, clap back at him for his comments about Jayden Daniels. Now, on his Funky Friday episode with Wale, Wale is a huge Washington Commanders fan from the Baltimore DMV area. So, and he asked him, and he suggested that, hey, Jayden Daniels, as well as he played last year, could fall and potentially fall in a rookie slump. And that's Cam's opinion. That's his take. He's right to his opinion. But some people labeled as hating. That people felt like that he was throwing shade on Jayden Daniels. People like Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark has this to say in response to Cam's comment on Jayden Daniels.
The problem I have with what Cam said about Jayden, or even the line of questioning when speaking to Wale, is Cam has to understand the weight of his voice. Yeah. Cam has to understand that you also won a Heisman, that you were also a top 2 pick. He was number 1 overall. Jayden was number 2. You were also Rookie of the Year. So when you start to speak this way, people look at you from your experiences. You're the expert, right? There were so many other ways to approach who Jayden could be in the second season outside of the sophomore slump. Any negativity you bring, I don't care how well thought out, I don't care how much analysis, analytics you put into it, the statistical input, it's hate. To me, Cam should have took the opportunity to be wrong if Jayden doesn't excel this year.
Now, listen. Let me just say this. I love how Ryan Clark approached situations. He knows the right things to say. He's a motivator, and that's why he's doing well in the space he's in. That's why Pivot is so fun, enjoyable to watch. He have his moments when he go back and forth, like recently with RG3, but we know when Ryan gets in that space, there's a reason behind it. This one, I don't see the reason for him to comment the way he did. As much as I agree, and maybe Cam should have taken the RC approach, Ryan Clark, you can't tell another human being how to think. And you surely can't tell another human being how to create content on their own podcast, on their own YouTube channel. You just can't do it. Everybody sees things differently. Cam Newton was an elite quarterback, in my opinion, season MVP one year. He just had, if I'm going to listen to anybody talk about QBs, it's going to be a quarterback, whether it be Troy Aikman or whether it be, Cam Newton. There are some quarterbacks I don't really think have a say, but at the end of the day, I value their opinion because they played the position. I don't think that what he said was hate and shade. I just thought that it's okay to question or throw out there's a potential. Not saying that he would, but it's a potential. But enough about what I think. Let's see what Cam Newton had to say in response to Ryan Clark.
Now, the message right here is, even though we're talking about sports, is it a debatable topic?
It is.
And it's multiple ways to skin a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Or in this case, it's multiple ways to tell a story. Now, here's my issue with what Ryan Clark said. Ryan, you've been in the locker room. There's not one clear-cut person that is a leader. And even with that person, that leader doesn't lead like the next leader. I'll go a step further. When you go on any team, there's multiple coaches. Everybody doesn't coach the same. Get to your point, Cam. Say less. Well, when you're covering sports, there's not a right or wrong way to talk about sports. It's multiple ways or different angles that you can go and attack. This is what I have to say about you, Mr. Ryan Clark. You've basically admitted that just because Jayden Daniels doesn't do anything to anybody, he's a model citizen, he does everything right, that doesn't mean that we can't critique his game. I find that mighty strange. I still have to do my due diligence as a member of the media to voice my opinion. Will you? Oh. We want to play it safe. Safe don't get you nowhere. See, right now, there is a shift in media right now because who's really winning? And every single person that you'll say is winning, they have their own distinct style and their own distinct way of their message. So, for me, in my platform, or in our platform, Peggy, and 4th and 1, I just ask that people respect it. I don't want to be safe. Never wanted to be safe. So, don't take what I'm saying as creating a false narrative in us beefing. No, I respect Ryan Clark, but Ryan Clark's safe. I'm not.
Wow. Okay, Cam. Now, question, Cam. Why the shade? He was doing good, but that whole play it safe comment, that little jab at Ryan Clark or anybody else who plays it safe, in your opinion, plays it safe, that was a little edgy. I mean, but, to each his own. If he felt like that RC was clapping at him, then he had the right to clap back if he wanted to, right? RC did give a response to Cam Newton saying that he plays it safe, but you know how this is going to go when these guys get into this in this mode. They're going to go back and forth, but enough of all that, right? At the end of the day, both guys have their opinion, and both of them are entitled to it. So let's move on. But while this whole controversy and while this whole difference of opinions about Jayden Daniels is still brewing, people still upset with Cam, ESPN, like I said, decided to drop their top 10 quarterbacks of the season, and Cam Newton gave his opinion as well as others, but, Cam Newton kicked the crap in the grass again. Here's what Cam Newton had to say about the top 10 list and his top 10.
Get to my point. Mm-hmm. My list goes as follows.
You go from 10 up.
10 up?
Yeah.
Say less. Number 10, Baker Mayfield. Number 9, Justin Herbert. Contrary
to what you just said.
Yeah, whatever. Top 5, that's what I meant. Or top 6, whatever. I ain't got to explain myself to y'all. This is my list.
Yeah, it's your list, bro.
You feel what I'm saying? Number 8, CJ Stroud. Number 7, Jayden Daniels. Number 6, Jared Goff. Number 5, Matthew Stafford. Number 4, Joe Burrow. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. Number 1, Josh Allen.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You contradicted yourself twice.
I did.
Number 1, you said Justin Herbert shouldn't be on the top 10. Number 2, you said CJ Stroud is better than Jayden Daniels, and that's not what your list reflects.
Survey says that also was a lie. But when I made this list, I was in a sound mind. I'm a little punch drunk, seeing all these lights and cameras and all these Komodos pointed at me and all that stuff. So I will admit that I was wrong for saying what I said, but it is what it is.
All right.
Cam, hey, I get it, bro. Notably on this list, you left Jalen Hurts off this list. Super Bowl winning Jalen Hurts. MVP of the Super Bowl, I might add, off this list. I don't get it. But you have your opinion, but you already know that was going to cause a controversy. And maybe you did it for that purpose. I don't know. But man, here's his rationale. This is the reason why he chose to leave Jalen Hurts off this list. Here you go.
Yes. But this is the thing, and I know everybody's going to get mad at this. Cam hating on Jalen Hurts.
And I was going to ask you about that too.
It's not that. It's like when I'm looking at this list, your team needs you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to grade Jalen Hurts with the metrics that with the talent that he has around him.
But isn't it a certain sense of currency in not losing the game? It's like that has to have some type of measurement.
Josh Allen has to play elite in order for them to play. Lamar Jackson has to play at a high level for the Baltimore Ravens, even though that they have a dominant defense, in order for them to have a chance. Patrick Mahomes, he got a lot of talent, but boy, oh boy, you can't put no John Doe in Patrick Mahomes and think that they still gonna win the way they win it. I understand that. The same goes as Joe Burrow. Jalen Hurts does not have to play elite for the Philadelphia Eagles to win.
No.
He has to play good, but he doesn't have to play elite. We're not asking you to win the game. We're just asking you not to lose it. And the higher as you go on this list, that's where the elite come in at. So game changer, game manager, those are the things that you have to ask yourself. And those are the metrics that I'm going off of. Are they winning because of me? And unfortunately, like I told Jalen Hurts, and while they have that roster, you will never be able to get your just due personally. And to be honest, I don't even think he cares about that.
No.
Nor should he.
No.
He's a Super Bowl champion, an MVP. He comes with this stoic energy. That's who he is. He's not the rah-rah type of guy, bro.
Okay. Now, y'all know if you ever watch this show, I love doing top 10s. I love doing rankings. I love to have the GOAT conversations and stuff like that. And my only criteria is when you have your list or when you pick the people you think are the better than or whatever, at least have a reason and a vantage point. It can't just be I'm fanning out or just because, right? Cam in my opinion, had a logical reason. Now, according to Ryan Clark earlier, he said that even though if you well thought out something, if there's negativity in his hate, I don't agree with that at all. I think that his opinion is his opinion, and he gave us the metric that he used for the people who's going to be in that top tier. And from his opinion, based on his own metric, Jalen Hurts don't fit to be in the top 10. And I can't get mad at that. That's his opinion. That's his take. I don't agree, but I respect him. I don't agree, but I respect him, right? At least he gave us the angle he's looking from, right? It's like a multiverse, right? Certain things happen in other multiverses that don't happen in others. It would scratch that. I'm sorry. But that's just the way it is. I'm not mad. But, it's because it's Cam. Other folks going to come out and suggest that he's hating. T.O., Terrell Owens, where you been at? He decided to clap back. Like, how you get yourself in this conversation? Man, he has a right to his opinion too, man. But this what Terrell Owens had to say. This is what was brought out on Nightcap with Shannon and Ocho. Here you go.
Okay, T.O., this is what T.O. had to say.
Yeah.
You would be judging him as if all that wasn't playing well. This is a Skip Bayless type of a statement with dreads. Don't be mad at Jalen because he's making great decisions. Maybe had you made the decision to jump on that ball, just maybe, y'all would say anything to go viral. This isn't it, Cam.
That's touchy. It's touchy. But listen, as a quarterback, you have to respect what Cam is saying.
Wow. Come on, Terrell. See, this is the reason why you don't belong in these conversations, because that's personal. Comparing Cam Newton to Skip Bayless? What? Come on, bro. And then to bring up the fact that he didn't dive on the ball. Listen, there's not a player in any sport that had a perfect career. Everybody makes mistakes. And sometimes people miss shots. That was the game-winning shot. People throwing interceptions, at the wrong time of the game. People make mistakes. Cam has already came out and talked about the mistake he made and he wish he didn't. Let it go. But you can't use that to say that disqualifies Cam from having an opinion. Come on, bro. See, that's personal, Now, I don't know if you and Cam don't like each other, whatever, but this is going to cause a rift, because that was personal. That was uncalled for, T.O., and I don't like that, right? But anyway, Cam had his list. Everybody got their opinion, and you know what? I had my list. I didn't like ESPN's list. I don't agree with Cam's list. So this is your boy list right here. Check it out. Yes, all the executives will have the love to have a young Jayden Daniels on their squad. So that's why he's up there in the top 5. But you cannot put him in the top 5 based on 1 year. That's what Coach said, right? So that's why I said they're jaded and biased based on what they want, right? And if you ask me, my top 5 is Pat, Jalen in this order: Pat, Jalen, Lamar, Josh, and then Jordan Love. I think he is a top 5 quarterback that they completely left off this list. My next 5 would be CJ, Baker, Matt, Goff, and Dak. And that's just what it is. That's why I see it, right? How you leave Jordan Love off this list? Makes no sense.
So how do you leave Joe Burrow off your list? Are you kidding me, EC?
Only reason why, because of injury. Yeah. You heard that. So let's run it back. Like I said in that video, Patrick Mahomes, number 1. Jalen Hurts, number 2. Lamar Jackson, number 3. Josh Allen, number 4. Jordan Love, yes, number 5. CJ Stroud, number 6. Baker, number 7. Matt, number 8. Jared Goff, number 9. And yes, Dak Prescott, number 10. That's just my list. And here's my rationale for it before you call me hating. I don't care what to say. Anyone call me hating. Pat Mahomes, ain't nobody. I mean, right now, nobody should disagree with me that Patrick Mahomes is number 1. I mean, there are some who don't like Patrick Mahomes, but I'm just saying, all the Super Bowls he got, the way he plays the game, skilled player, he deserved to be number 1. Jordan Love me. Jalen Hurts deserved to be number 2. Why? Because unlike anybody else on this list outside of Patrick Mahomes, he's been to the Super Bowl twice. Well, Joe Burrow went once, but he's been twice. And he won 1 in MVP. So he is what it is. He's why he's on number 2 and current reigning Super Bowl champion. And so he deserved to be number 2, in my opinion. That's why I don't agree with Cam. Lamar Jackson, number 3, and Josh Allen, number 4. We can flip those if you want to. I'm not mad if we flip them. But here's my reason why Josh Allen is below Lamar Jackson, because a few years ago, Josh Allen had a bad year. I mean, turned the ball over in crucial points of the game, lost several games because he had an interception in the 4th quarter and the last couple of minutes or seconds of the game. And last year, all the success they had was due, in my opinion, to Sean McDermott, his coach, taking the ball out of his hand. I mean, he looked more like Lamar Jackson. They both was neck and neck in rushing yards as well as TDs. So they ran the ball more and would led to success. And maybe that calmed Josh Allen down. So when he did spin the ball, he was more accurate versus trying to throw the ball 100 times a game. But that's my opinion. We can flip it if you want to. Jordan Love, wow, you got him in the top 5. Yes, I do. Because here's the situation. I think he don't get the credit he deserves. The young man is a baller. And if you disagree, why? Okay, never mind. You ain't got to tell me why. But I just the way I see it, I think he's there. I think he's better than CJ Stroud. You know what I'm saying? His approach to the game, and that's what it is, but definitely better than the rest of the guys on his list between Baker, Jared, and Matthew Stafford and Dak. I think right now he's playing at a higher level than those guys, simply put. Now, why Baker Mayfield coming in number 6? Listen, here's the rationale behind that, if you allow me to give it. If you ain't already turned off, if you're still watching, if Leave It All on the Field was a person, it would have a big picture of Baker Mayfield. The brother is a gladiator. When he tried to win by any means necessary, and I like that. I like that out of him. And that's just my personal opinion. It has nothing to do with X's and O's. That's just emotional for me, and that's what it is. All right. Jared Goff, and then Matt Stafford, then Jared Goff. I think they're great quarterback. They definitely deserve to be in the top 10. They're not ranked higher because we know the coaching they got around them and the culture they got around them. They're there. They are the epitome, of my opinion, of what Cam Newton would call a game manager, if that's still a thing. But anyway, Dak Prescott is on the list. Why? Because I live in the DFW Metroplex, and I will not, with good conscience, leave Dak Prescott off any top 10 list. There you have it. It's emotional pick for me. Notably, who's not on this list? Justin Herbert. Definitely not better than Dak Prescott. Enough said there. Jayden Daniels, what? I'm sorry. Out of respect to all these QBs and their tenure in the league and what they've done, I cannot put a rookie on this list. I just can't. These guys have been here a whole lot and have done it for a whole lot longer. I got to see more. That's out of respect to the guys that's on this list. Okay, we get all that, Eric. Well, why not Joe Burrow? You heard the video, because he get injured. Should that count against him? In my opinion, it does. Simple. That's my list. We can argue, we can agree to disagree, but hey, it is what it is. This is your boy EC22. This has been Let's Talk About It, brought to you by the FairWeather Fan channel. Catch the FairWeather Fan podcast on Tuesday, 6 p.m. on Facebook, on YouTube. This is your boy EC22, and I'm out.